Many aspire to the elite billionaire status, and with over 2,200 billionaires worldwide, it's clear that this aspiration isn't entirely out of reach. However, achieving this monumental net worth often comes later in life, leaving less time to revel in the wealth. But for the individuals on today's list, they reach this milestone while still young, with ample life ahead. Stay tuned as we delve into the lives of the youngest billionaires, ranked by the age they hit their billion-dollar mark. Number 8. John Collison. As it turns out, you don't always need to come from a rich family to find yourself in the list of the youngest billionaires ever. In fact, you don't even need to finish college. John and his brother Patrick both became billionaires when they founded Stripe, an online payment system at the time. John was 25 and Patrick was 27. They were both in college in Boston, far from Limerick, Ireland, where they grew up around the hotel their parents owned. John was attending Harvard University when the two brothers came up with the idea for Stripe. They both dropped out of college to pursue their business idea. And I think it's safe to say that they made the right decision. But what a lot of people may not realize is that they were already millionaires when they founded Stripe. Yep, believe it or not. But 8 years earlier, when they were still teenagers, these brothers founded a company known as Matic and sold it for $5 million to Live Current Media. Number 7. Ludwig Theodor Braun. This young billionaire story starts all the way back in 1839, when the Braun family started selling herbal remedies in a family-owned pharmacy. Since then, the business has grown and evolved with the times, and now B. Braun ER is one of the largest medical device companies in the world. Along with his siblings, Ludwig inherited a share of the company, giving him a net worth of $1.7 billion at the age of 26, although they likely got approximately the same amount. He's the youngest of them, which earned him a spot in this list. Little else is known about this rich young man, but I think it's safe to say he's enjoying a life of leisure. At least that's what I would be doing if I had that much money. Number 6. Tamara Ecclestone. This young woman was 26 when she became a billionaire after inheriting a fortune from her father, Bernie Ecclestone. He is a British businessman who was the chief executive of the racing empire Formula One Group. Her mother was a model, and Tamara ended up following in the footsteps of both of her parents now, age 33. She's a model TV personality and has presented several Formula One races. She modeled for Playboy magazine in 2013, had a reality show about herself in 2011, and now has a new reality show about her life that aired in October 2017. Tamara's world follows Tamara, her husband, Jay Rutland, and their daughter Sophia. Through the ups and downs of owning two businesses, running several charities, and being a mom all at the same time, it's estimated that her family, including her sister Petra, is worth $2.8 billion. Number 5. Ho Grosvenor. This young man holds several impressive titles. He is currently the richest person in the world under the age of 30, though he first became a billionaire at the age of 25 following the death of his father. In addition to this sizable bank account, Hugh Richard Louis Gross also inherited the title of 7th Duke of Westminster. He has two older sisters as well, but as the only boy, he was the one that inherited the lion's share of his father's estate, a cool $13 billion. He keeps his life as private as possible, but it is known that he graduated from Newcastle University with a Bachelor of Science degree and is now working at a green energy company known as BioBeam. Hugh is also well connected to the British royal family as he was named the godfather of Prince George of Cambridge in 2013. His resume sounds impressive, however. Interested ladies should know that he's reportedly dating Harry Collinson, who he met in college. Number 4. Evan Spiegel. Some people love it, some hate it, and most are somewhere between the two extremes when it comes to using the app Snapchat to send temporary picture messages to friends and followers alike. I'm guessing Evan Spiegel loves it, since it landed him in the number 10 slot of Forbes' list of America's richest entrepreneurs under 40. Back in 2016, he was just 24 when he became a billionaire, and 3 years later, he's living life to the fullest. In 2017, he married supermodel Miranda Kerr also. In that year, he became the youngest CEO of a public company. When Snapchat began trading shares in March with around 170 million people using Snapchat every day, it's no surprise that Evan has made as much money as he has by creating this app. His co-founder Bobby Murphy was 28 when he joined the young billionaire crowd. It wasn't enough to earn him a spot on this list, but it certainly earned him an honorable mention like the Collison brothers. Evan dropped out of college to focus on his business, once again proving that a degree is not a prerequisite to riches. Before I reveal the next example, you should subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. We upload amazing fact-filled list videos daily. Also make sure to click that bell icon to stay updated where you'll regret missing out on some amazing knowledge that could have filled your brain. Now let's get back to it. Number 3. Perena K. The next person in this list not only got a degree, but also put it to good use. Perena K was the youngest billionaire in the world in 2014. At the age of 24, she made her first billion by taking over her father's real estate company, Logan Property Holding. The company is responsible for developing real estate properties throughout China, which is where its main office is located. Perena wanted to keep as much of her earnings as possible, and you may be surprised to find out what lengths she went to avoid paying taxes to her home country of China. First of all, she incorporated Logan Property in the Cayman Islands and listed herself as the only owner. But since China requires that offshore corporations be taxed anyway, she became a resident of Hong Kong there. You don't need to declare income from offshore companies, so she doesn't have to pay taxes. I think it's safe to say that she's glad that she got that economics degree since it helped her earn and keep millions of dollars to secure her spot in this top 10 list, although the company has since been put back into her father's name. Her family as a whole is estimated to be worth over $7 billion today. Number 2. Mark Zuckerberg. If you've never heard of Mark Zuckerberg, then you've probably been living under a rock or else without Facebook, which is pretty much the same as being under a rock. At any rate, this creator of the biggest social media website was the youngest billionaire ever at age 23 in 2008 when he started the platform as a way for fellow Harvard students to more easily learn each other's names. He had no idea what it would become like so many other self-made billionaires. He ended up dropping out of college for the sake of his business with an estimated net worth of $73 billion today. He is now the 5th richest person in the entire world and the 4th richest person in the United States, but you wouldn't know that by looking at it. Part of that is in the way he spends his money, rather than spend it all on himself for fancy cars and houses. He only visits once a year. Mark and his wife, Priscilla Chan, agreed to donate 99% of their Facebook earnings. They've also set a goal to eliminate or make manageable all diseases by the year 2100 and have put $3 billion towards that. It should also be noted that around the same time, and for the same reason, Dustin Moscow and Eduardo Saver also became billionaires. These are the little-known co-founders of Facebook who continue to rake in the big bucks because of their connection. Number 1. Lucas Walton. In 1962, Sam Walton opened the first Walmart in Rogers, Arkansas. From there, he built a massive empire of stores across the nation, which allowed him to claim the title of the world's richest man. For a brief time upon his death, his shares of the company were passed on his children, including John Walton in 2005. John Walton died and left a third of his entire estate to his son Lucas. This made the 20-year-old a billionaire at a very young age. In addition to his stakes in Walmart, he also owns Avis Bank and First Solar stakes. Despite not actually working for any of these companies, although not much else is known about this young billionaire, it is known that he graduated from Colorado College in 2010 with an environmental science and economics degree. It's also reported that he's an active investor in philanthropy. Did this list inspire you or spark a touch of envy? What's your blueprint to achieve billionaire status? Share your insights and ideas in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in.